Today we're going to talk about something that's, well, it's a huge deal. It's called Google Consent Mode V2. And look, if you use Google for anything, marketing, analytics, you name it, this isn't just another small update. Nope, this is basically a whole new rule book for the game. So let's dive in.
All right, let me ask you something, and it's a question that might honestly keep you up at night. Are you quietly losing valuable data right now? I mean, think about it. Is data just slipping through the cracks of your marketing funnel without you even knowing? And are the big decisions you're making, are they based on a picture that's, well, incomplete? Maybe even a little distorted?
Well, here's the thing. That data loss, it's not a hypothetical. It is happening right now. A lot of brands, and maybe you're one of them, are kind of dragging their feet on this whole update. But that delay, it's not just some technical checkbox you forgot to tick. It has a real cost. It's costing conversions, it's messing with your accuracy. It's like this silent leak that's making a very loud noise on your bottom line.
Okay, so let's get specific. What exactly are we losing here? And why is this such a big deal right now?
You see, the entire game of digital marketing is changing under our feet. We used to rely on third-party cookies for pretty much everything, right? Well, that world it's going away. With stricter privacy rules like GDPR and Chrome phasing out cookies, the old way of doing things is becoming obsolete. Fast. If you want to measure performance tomorrow, you got to have a new privacy-first game plan today.
And just to put this into perspective, think about this. In the EU, when that little cookie banner pops up, only about 50 to 60% of people actually say yes to tracking. Just let that sink in. That means without a new solution, you're potentially blind to almost half of your audience. That's not just a gap in your data, that's a canyon.
So, the big question is, how do we fill that canyon? How do we bridge that gap? Well, that is exactly where Google Consent Mode V2 comes in. And trust me, this isn't just another little tweak. This is Google's big answer to this whole new privacy-first world we're living in.
Okay, so what is it, really? Think of Consent Mode V2 as a translator, or even better, a bridge. It sits right between your website's cookie banner, what we call a Consent Management Platform, or CMP, and all your Google tags. Its whole job is to tell tools like Google Analytics and Google Ads what a user chose, and then those tools can adjust what they do in real time based on that choice. It's a pretty smart system.
So here's how that bridge actually works in practice. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, someone visits your site, they see the banner, and they make a choice, accept or deny. Step 2, Consent Mode V2 grabs that choice and translates it into signals that Google can understand. And finally, Step 3, your Google tags, like for GA4 or Google Ads, get those signals and change their behavior accordingly. It's all automated, and it's all designed to respect that user's choice.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. You've basically got two ways to set this up, basic mode and advanced mode. And let me tell you, the difference between these two, it is absolutely critical. I love this quote because it just nails the difference. Basic mode protects privacy. Advanced mode protects privacy and performance. See that? Basic is all about compliance. It makes sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, and that's it. But advanced mode, that's where the magic happens. It keeps you compliant, but it also protects your performance. So, how does it do that?
All right, so how on earth does advanced mode protect your performance? The secret sauce, the key ingredient, is something called modeling.
Here's the cool part. Even when someone says no to cookies, advanced mode can still send these little anonymous, cookieless pings to Google. Now, these don't identify or track any single person. They're just little signals that provide aggregated data. Then, Google's super smart machine learning takes all that info and uses it to model what your non-consenting users are likely doing. It's literally filling in the gaps in your data.
And the results? Whoa, they can be pretty staggering. In one case study, just turning on advanced mode led to get this, a nearly 45% increase in modeled new users in GA4. Think about that. Those are people who otherwise would have been completely invisible to you.
And it doesn't stop there. The same study saw more than 30% lift in modeled sessions. So now you're getting a way more accurate picture of your total website traffic, not just the slice of people who said yes. And then there's the number that really hits home for the business, a 25% increase in modeled purchase revenue. So you see, this isn't about just puffing up some vanity metrics. This is about getting back a much truer picture of your actual conversions and your revenue. It's huge.
This chart just lays it all out perfectly.
That bar on the left, that's what you see when you only have data from consenting users. It's an incomplete story, right? But the bar on the right, that's the much fuller picture you get when you add in the model data. Advanced mode is literally finding the missing pieces of your data puzzle and putting them back in.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This all sounds great, but is it legal? How does all this modeling stuff fit in with laws like GDPR?
Let's tackle that question head on. Is Google Consent Mode v2 compliant with all these privacy laws? The short answer is yes, but the key is understanding its specific job in your tech setup.
And here is the most important distinction to make. Google Consent Mode v2 does not collect consent. That's not its job. You're a consent management platform, your cookie banner from OneTrust or Cookieless or whatever. That's what's responsible for getting the user's choice legally. All Consent Mode does is take that choice and enforce it on a technical level. So think of it this way. Your CMP handles the legal part, and Consent Mode handles the tech part. They work together as a team.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. We really need to stop thinking about this as just another technical task on a to-do list. You have to start seeing it for what it really is, a core part of your strategy.
And that's the real bottom line here. Putting this in place isn't just about taking a compliance box to stay out of trouble. It's a massive strategic upgrade that basically future-proofs your whole data operation. It's what's going to let your analytics and your advertising actually keep working as we move deeper into this privacy-first world.
And when you do it right, the benefits are just so clear. You stay compliant, which is table stakes, but you also save the performance of your campaigns. You get a much more real view of your return on ad spend, which of course means you can make smarter decisions with your money. Ultimately, what you're doing is building a data strategy that can actually weather the storms ahead, one that's built to last.
So I'll leave you with this one last question to think about. In a world where privacy rules are always changing, where the ground is always shifting, is your data strategy built for resilience? Or is it still kind of built on, well, guesswork? Guesswork that comes from looking at an incomplete picture. The choice and the opportunity to build something better is yours.